Hi, I'm Carlene Carr. I will be speaking to you this evening about gun violence in America. The Second Amendment protects individual rights to keep and bear arms. It is a debate that started decades ago that strikes the heart of freedom that America holds dear. In May 2002, the Justice Department said that it was reinterpreting the Second Amendment to mean that individual gun owners' rights are protected, revising its previous position that gun ownerships are protected in the context of state militia. Now that we have the military armed forces, which includes the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, and the Air National Guard, we still operate under the militia to keep and bear arms, while at the same time, the Second Amendment favors stricter gun laws. Now, I would like to speak a little about violence associated with gun laws, with guns. President Barack Obama released his national plan for addressing gun violence. He issued a memorandum directing the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and scientific agencies to conduct research into causes and prevention of gun violence, including links between video games, media images, and violence. Here are just a few acts of violence associated with guns. Representative Gabrielle Gifford, the Democratic representative from Tucson, Arizona, was badly wounded and 6 others killed in 2011. Then February 2012, the killing of Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old young man in Florida, was killed by George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watch volunteer. He was released because he asserted his right to kill the 17-year-old young man under Florida's law, Stand Your Ground, which allows an individual to use deadly force in self-defense. In 1999, the Columbine High School massacre in Colorado, in which 2 students dressed in Gothic attire opened fire, killing 12 students and 1 teacher. The parents of these 2 young men had no idea their sons were contemplating such a heinous act. On December 14, 2014, 26 people were shot and killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. The shootings included 20 children under the age of 10. One of the gunmen had allegedly killed his mother at her house earlier in the day and then killed himself after the school shootings. These are just a few violent acts. Here's a little about the history of the Second Amendment. And this came about and views were articulated in the context of the Constitution concerning the powers of Congress to raise a standing army and its power over militia. Militia was crucial to the security of the U.S. The framers of the Constitution never intended gun ownership for all private citizens, opponents believe. This came about because of the politics of the Founding Fathers. Congress didn't have money to raise an army, so they got citizens of the states that would be available to meet national emergencies until an adequate standing army could be put into place. The National Guard would be in control of the militia only when they were called out for national service, and even then would have to rely on state appointed officers to execute its orders. Here are some of the statistics with gun laws. The United States had an estimated 283 million guns in civilian hands. Each year, about 4.5 million firearms, including 2 million handguns, are sold in the U.S. An estimated 2 million secondhand firearms are sold each year. American households with a gun has been declining from 54% in 1977 to 33% in 2009. The average number of guns per owner has increased from 4.1 in 1994 to 6.9 in 2004. Which is getting better, but it could be even better if we, the people, stand up and try to help enforce stricter laws, I believe. In my conclusion, I do hope my speech has been informative, whereas to enlighten you all about our gun laws, violence associated with guns, some of the statistics, and a little bit about the Second Amendment history and why we, the people, need to do something to try to help enforce stricter gun laws in America. Thank you.